Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will show you how to configure a Bitsgap grid bot trading the ETH BTC pair on the Binance exchange. And the overall objective of the grid bot is to accumulate BTC in the form of profit. And before we get too far into the weeds, if you're not familiar with Bitsgap, they are an all-in-one crypto trading platform that offers several features, including a trading terminal, which I'll be using quite a bit more this year. So you might want to shoot that subscribe button now so you don't miss any of those videos when they're released. Also, you can find a video on their arbitrage feature in my playlist if you check out the Bitsgap playlist. But today we're going to be focusing on their grid trading bot. So let's get to it. Now, after you've logged into the platform, from the toolbar across the top, the first thing you'll need to do is go to My Exchanges, and you'll need to connect an exchange. And you simply click on the Add New Exchange button, search through the list of exchanges, and they do have a wide variety of exchanges you can choose from. When you choose your exchange, you'll just need to jump over to your exchange, create your API and secret key, copy and paste those into these two boxes here, and hit connect. As you can see, I've already connected the Binance exchange, which is the exchange we'll be using today. So with that already completed, I just jump back over to the bots tab from the toolbar at the top, and I'm ready to configure this bot. Now, the first thing obviously is you select your exchange. In this case, we're doing Binance. The next item you'll want to select will be the pairs, and in this case, I'm going to be using ETH BTC. Next, I need to choose the lower and upper price limits for the actual grid itself. All these red lines and green lines are actual limit orders that make up the grid itself. And I need to select the upper limit and the lower limit. Now, the way I go about choosing the upper limit and the lower limit is typically based on previous support and resistance. And if we zoom out to check our 6 or to look back, I can see previous resistance obviously hitting along this level here, and we're actually seeing resistance right now at this level. And I can also see previous support back here. Now, this is on the 1 hour candles. I'm going to jump out to the 1 day candles. And as far as support goes, we can see long-term support down along this level here. And then as far as resistance goes, we see a lot of resistance at this level currently. In addition to, if we go back to August, that level was resistance before the run-up, and then it sold back off, and again, this area is resistance. So for my lower price range, I do want to give it room to move, so I will lower this down a little bit to around this region here and expand my kill zone. Now, as far as my upper price range goes, I actually have more flexibility since Bitsgap offers a trailing up feature. And what the trailing up feature does, as the price action moves up and out of the kill zone, it will follow the price action up. Now, they don't have that for the lower side, so I need to make sure I give it plenty of room on the lower end. But on the upper end, with that trailing up feature, I can crank the upper price limit down quite a bit, as I know the upper price limit will follow the price action upwards. Now, if we zoom in, we can see all the green lines that represent limit buy orders, and then we see all the red lines that represent limit sell orders. And with my lower and upper price limit set with the trailing up feature on, I need to actually start working on my grid spacing and the number of grids I'm going to have. Now, as far as my grid spacing goes, I do take into consideration my fees that I pay on Binance. And since I pay all my fees in the Binance coin, my fees end up being 0.075% or 0.15% if you combine the buy and the sell fee together. And the reason I look at the 0.15% fee is I'm including both the buy and the sell side of the fee. I want to be at least 1.5%. Now, that's too low, obviously, because I want to make money. So if we take this up to, let's say, 6.5, that would actually cover the fee and still give me some profit. And you'll see the spacing of the lines or the grid has gotten greater. There's more space between each line. And then the number of grid levels also will change as I change this. If I jack that up to 9.5, you'll see now I only have 51 grids. If I take it down to 7.5, I now have 64 grids. Or if I take this down to 70, I now have 69 grids. And at this level, I would be comfortable deploying the bot with that type of spacing. Now, with my grid spacing all set, I need to adjust my investment amount of BTC. And so I can use this slider bar to adjust how much BTC I'm actually going to give the bot to invest. Once this box turns red, the bot doesn't have enough BTC to actually invest. So I need to slide this bar over until it has enough BTC to actually make the investments. It will need an initial amount of BTC to buy ETH when I deploy the bot, because it will need enough ETH to satisfy all these red lines or these limit orders. It will need that ETH to sell if this price continues to move up. And then the remainder of the BTC that's allotted over will be for all these green lines or these buy limit orders on the way down. I need enough BTC to fill all these orders. And so at 0.01868648 Bitcoin, that'll give me enough Bitcoin allotted to this bot to fulfill all these limit orders, which basically are these green and red lines. The next option, and it's optional, is take profit, and that would do just that. If I toggle that on and set that at, say, 9%, the bot would actually close all orders and take profit at 9%. Now, I want this bot to run long term, and if it's greater than 9%, I'm good with that. Again, the mission of this bot is to accumulate BTC. The next option is going to be stop loss. And in this case, I always recommend using a stop loss, and I could simply drag the stop loss to the position I want it in. In this case, I happen to know that position, so I'm actually going to type the position in. And so it's dropped my stop loss down here at this level. If the price action hits my stop loss, again, it will close all orders and sell all my positions back into BTC. So now I have my upper, my lower, and my stop loss levels all set. The next thing to do is run a back test, see how this would actually perform. And after 30 days, the results would have been a 5.16% profit, or since my quote currency was BTC, I would have increased my BTC by 5.16%, which again is the objective of this particular grid bot. So everything is set. My backtest had positive results, so I'm going to hit the start button. And when I hit the start button, again, it's going to tell me, please note, to start this bot, it's necessary to buy 0.056 ETH, which, again, that amount of ETH is required to fill the limit orders or those red lines on the move up. So yes, I want to go ahead and buy the ETH. And you can see it's now placed the order at market, it filled it, and the bot has started. And I now have a live and active bot, and I can actually click on the view and look at all my settings. I could make adjustments if I wanted to add, take profit, or turn off the stop loss or trail up. But at this point, we're going to let the bot run and do its thing. And that pretty much wraps it up. I will be doing an update video on the performance of this bot, so now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss that update video. If you like this video, do me a favor and spike a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I will leave a link for a 14-day free trial on the Bitsgap platform in the description down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.